like to start this evening show. Normally we like to start with nighttime, and a lot of you are going to be starting to think about going to bed in the next hour or two.
Right.
And a lot of people, the idea of falling asleep almost gets stressful because it's like, will I sleep tonight? Will I be able to fall asleep tonight? And there is a natural way to help induce sleep that is gentle. You don't wake up with a hangover. As I said, it's natural ingredients. It's really a must-have. A lot of us, tonight I will take it for sure. When I work late, it is a dream because I know that in about 20 minutes, when I get home and I climb into bed, about 20 minutes after I take my nighttime, I'm going to be off to a restful night's sleep.
And it doesn't deprive you of your ability to go to sleep. It also isn't going to leave you with a hangover in the morning. It's funny you were saying many people would be going to sleep in an hour or two. Normally, by 11 o'clock, I'm usually asleep. I usually read before I go to sleep.
I usually turn into a pumpkin at midnight.
And I don't read an electronic device for very specific reasons. I read a book. I might read an electronic device when I'm out and about, but at night before I go to sleep, I do not use or touch electronic devices. I keep them away. I endeavor to do things that are less stimulating at night so you can relax and go to sleep, and that's exactly how nighttime works. It's designed to take advantage of these natural ingredients that soothe and relax you so you can go to sleep on your own. So you could go to, because that's what we always used to be able to do. And then life got crazy and stressful, and certainly the environment today, we just have a world where we're sort of, I say this all the time, we're immersed. We've become a society immersed in information and news, whether it's our smartphones or other devices or watching television. We find ourselves dealing a lot of times with very stressful subjects and stressful information. So nighttime is designed to be part of a strategy. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be sprinting to the finish line when you're going to sleep. You should have a strategy at the end of the day that you eat intelligently, that you don't eat too much or too little, that you make sure you're not stuffed when you're going to sleep or not starving when you're going to sleep, that you haven't had caffeine, say, afternoon, that you do things that by the time you're going to bed, you're winding down, you're relaxing. I try to, at the end of the day, speak more quietly. I try to just move through the world in a more relaxed fashion toward the end of the day, and that's the exact idea behind this product, that it works hand in hand with hopefully your own choices to make it a more relaxing, soothing process going to sleep.
Let me show you what the choices are, because there's 3 sizes. By the way, this is very limited. There's literally a couple hundred in each of the size choices. So we can do a 60, a 180, or a 360 cap. So there are your sizes. Here is the everyday HSN pricing. Tonight we have special pricing for the first visit of the year with Andrew Lessman. Here's your savings. The 2 larger sizes we'll put on FlexPay for you, so we'll divide our price into 3 or 2 flex payments. Very simple. Everything is free shipping and handling. But the beauty of this is that the idea of being able to take something natural that will give your body what it needs to gently fall asleep without having to take us. Most of us don't love the idea of taking a sleeping pill, let's be honest. I mean, it's something I think most people avoid if they can. But the idea that there is a natural alternative, it's not something for a lot of us that we necessarily take every single night. Some people do, but I think a lot of us, we take it when we need it. When I travel, I know my sleep patterns always get messed up when I travel. I always take this with me when I travel because I'm guaranteed, for me personally, that I know I'm gonna fall asleep within a half hour, and it just makes a world of difference to get those extra Z's.
I tend to go to sleep easily. I tend to not need this. But when I go to Europe, because Muriel is from France, and when we visit her family in France, that's from the West Coast, that's 9 hours of jet lag. So in either direction, this becomes for me a godsend. It's a lifesaver. So what's great about it is I won't take drugs, I won't take medications for that purpose, and certainly if your doctor recommends taking medications for that purpose, follow your doctor's guidance. But this is a product that for me is all I need to, if it's normally say at 11 o'clock at night in France, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't go to bed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What this does is it relaxes you so you can get to sleep, and for me, when there's jet lag. So it's really about returning the environment for a quiet, soothing, relaxing night's sleep. And it's not a drug, it won't leave you with a hangover. And you could read the reviews. This is a product that has a very specific application, and the fact that it's rated 4.1 stars, so out of 1,464 reviews, about 2/3 a little more than 2/3 are 5-star reviews. So it's a product that's 80% approximately positive reviewed, which is, for a product like this, it's not a drug, it's not a medicine, it's not like knockout drops. It's just designed to return a natural sleep process to you.
Exactly, and clearly you'll know if it works. I mean, that's the beauty of it. You will know whether or not this is helping you fall asleep. You know you get a 30-day money-back guarantee when you shop with us, so try it. It's a wonderful gift to give yourself. There's nothing for a lot of us that can replace a great night's sleep. I mean, when you have a good night's sleep, everything is better the next day. You feel better, you think better, you have more energy, you have more focus. You have a better quality of life when you're getting the proper sleep. And if this is a tool that is affordable, that's natural, that can help you get that good night's sleep, isn't it? I don't know about you, but for me personally, I was so thrilled the first time I tried it. I found it has worked so well. As I told you, I don't use it every night, but when I work late, and I'll be wide awake when I get home at about 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll be wide awake. And that's a night when I know I want to get to sleep. This is the perfect thing for you and I to take on a night like this.
And for me, the most disruptive thing in my world, for me, is if I don't get a good night's sleep. Everything else I tend to take in stride, but if you don't get a good night's sleep, it's hard to take anything in stride. Sure. Also, if you're not getting a good night's sleep, that's, for me, that's when my immune system starts falling behind. So nothing for me impacts my immune system more than not getting a good night's sleep. So I suggest you try it if it's something you've been struggling with. It's a natural tool. It's not a drug or a medicine, and it's just a gentle product that delivers without causing a hangover the next day.
Perfect. All right, we're going to wrap this up this first hour. We call it a variety hour. So we have a lot